Hi, I'm Jingles from the iHunt team, and I'm going to talk you through the answers to Sunday's questions on the iHunt. So let's get started. So I'm logged into the site, I'm going to click on the iHunt, and here's question 1. So question 1 is shipwrecked. So the world comes into focus, something catches my eye, glinting shape nestled amongst the foliage. So I've got a picture here, this looks like the event. And it's talking about foliage, so there's some greenery here and here. So I'm going to go and run out and see what I can find out there. Let's go. Hi, so we've just ran down from where I was and I found a plant. So I'm going to have a look around and see if I can find something. Aha. So it looks like we have got a message in a bottle. So if I turn this around, oh wow, it's really difficult. Here we go. So it says in the bottle, "Here be treasure." Okay, so I'm going to try and put that in the computer upstairs. Okay, so we've just come back to my computer. So we got the answer, "Here be treasure." So I'm going to try treasure as an answer. And yes, it's the right answer. So what have we got? We've got a strange noise in the distance. We come across a chicken dressed as a pirate. We've got an audio file, so I'm going to stick my headphones on and see what's going on. Okay, what can I hear? Wow, I can hear a lot of clucking. Wow, okay. How am I going to solve that? Well, that doesn't sound like a normal chicken. It sounds a little bit weird. It sounds a little bit like Morse code. So I'm going to try turning the clucks into dots and dashes, and I'm going to see if that decodes into Morse code. So come back in a sec and see where I'm at. Okay, so I've transcribed some dots and dashes here from what I could hear with the chicken. I'm going to try and work out what letters these are. So I've got ... dash, which is a V. We've got 2 dots, which is an I. We've got dash dot, which is a C. So Vic, okay, this is going somewhere meaningful. A dash, which is a T. 2 dots, which is an I. And 2 dashes, which is an M. So VITCIM, victim. Okay, I think that looks like the answer. So let's try victim. Brilliant, we've got it. So now we're on to question 3, which is called Voodoo Trail. So apparently this chicken which has been clucking at us is in fact Dread Pirate Roberta, who's been cursed by a voodoo witch doctor. Okay, so we need to find out where she's gone. And the clue is this thing. Now, I think when I went out of the venue earlier, I saw this, and I think this was on the way to the campsite. So let's run over there and see what we can find over there. Hey, so we've now come down from the event through towards the campsite, and we found the picture that was in the clue. So I've spotted a little bit of paper taped in the corner here, and I'm going to read that out. So a regal figure, one hand held high, the strength of bronze hills in days gone by. Stand at his feet and bring your praise, regard not the number of his days. So something to do with a figure with his hand held high, something to do with bronze hills. So there's a statue of Jimmy Hill on the other side of the venue. I think that's talking about that. So let's run over there and see what's there. Hey, so we're now over at the statue of Jimmy Hill. And I think there was something about a clue here, so I'm gonna have a look around. There's something down here. So it's talking about guides and every penny counts. So I think that's talking about the guide dog people who are inside. So let's go in and have a chat with them and see if they can help us. Okay, so I've come to where I saw some people collecting for the guide dogs earlier. They're not here, and I've had a look around and I can't find any clues here. So I'm going to have a look around the venue and see if there's anywhere else where there might be clues about guide dogs. Okay, so I found a guide dogs for the blind stand, and I'm going to have a look around here, see if I can find any clues on this lovely little doggy. There's something down here. And let's see if I can read it out. I can't move the dog. Let me jump around the other side. So the clue says, stand under these. Stand under those who are descending. Stand under those who are descending. Let's go have a look at the step. Tuck shop, and there's a set of stairs here, so I'm going to have a look around and see if I can see anything. What's this? So there seems to be some sort of picture here, and it says iHunt on it, so I guess that's relevant. So what's that? It's like a triangle with a circle. That looks like the construction statue thing out the front. So let's go and see if there's some clues on there. Okay, so I'm out in the middle of nowhere at the edge of the Rico Arena here. I'm at this big A-frame that I think was in the clue, and I'm going to have a look around for things. There's a little bit of paper here, and I've got my phone out because I think it's going to let me get a better angle on it, so just bear with me. Okay, so I've got my photo now. So it says a vast and then a load of gobbledygook. So let's go back to my desk and let's try and work out what this means. Okay, so we've just picked up our final clue from the weird A-frame outside the Rico Arena. And we had some text on that, so I've uploaded that onto my computer from my phone. So as you can see here, it said a vast and then some gobbledygook. Now, in the tutorial question, there was also a question with some gobbledygook, and there we used a Vignere cipher to decode it. So I'm going to try doing the same thing here. So I've got the text from the picture in Notepad, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the Vignere cipher decoder that we used in the tutorial at rumkin.com. This is a great website. I'm going to copy and paste in the text of the message into here, and the passphrase I think is this avast. So I'm going to put that in, and let's see what happens. Yes, here we go. So the decoded text is, you find the voodoo village by the waterfall, and waterfall is all in caps, so I think that's the answer, so I'm going to put that in. Yes, brilliant. So we've solved that one. So the next question is, do what you want. So we've got some flavor text here about what's going on with the witch doctor and the storyline, but we've got this video, and we've got 3 frames of what looks like a video which is quite popular at the iSeries about you are a pirate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to listen to that video, and I'm going to find these frames, and I'm going to see if I can work out what's going on. So come back in a second. Okay, so what I've done is I've found that the 3 frames from the video are at specific times. So I'm going to go and watch and listen to what's happening in the video at those times. I'm going to start with the last one, which is at 37 seconds. So let's just play that. So bang on 37 seconds, she says pirate. So I'm going to write pirate on my notepad. Let's go to 142 next, which seems to be the next frame. Where's that? That's about here. Okay, so they're talking about blue sky above, blue ocean below. So let's put blue sky in there. Right, the final one is 20 seconds in. So let's jump back to 20 seconds in and hit play. So on that one, I think that's the frame where he's got his hand out like that and he's saying buried. So let's put buried in. Okay, so we've got 3 things. We've got blue sky, buried, and pirate. And we need to put into the clue, we need to appease the voodoo witch doctor. We need to make him a meal. So, so if we look at the first bit of each of these, we've got blue, bury, pie. So I think we've got the answer. So let's try it. Blueberry pie. There we go, we got it. Brilliant. So now we're on to the next question, which is hoodoo. Now this looks like a riddle, so I'm going to read this out, but then I think we're going to have to go somewhere. So let's see. So from the parrot that squawks, it's only a walk, to where everything I do it for you. Then around to where gents by nature are sent, affixed to the wall is where voodoo is called. In the bright light of day, she's hidden away. With the stars in the dark, she shows her full might. In darkness she thrives, her light comes alive. Pitch black is ideal to see her appeal. So the first part seems to be telling me to go somewhere, and it's talking about a walk from the parrot. So let's go back over to the parrot that we saw on Saturday. Okay, so we're here at the parrot that was part of Saturday's iHunt questions, and I've also brought with me my teammate Genesis, who's going to give me a hand on this one. So we're at the parrot that squawks, and apparently it's only a walk, to where everything I do it for you. So let's have a walk around and see if we can see anything that gives us a clue as to what that is. So we'll come into the Eon Lounge. Everything I do it for you. Wasn't that a Bryan Adams quote? We appear to be at the Bryan Adams bar. So the next part of the riddle was something about gents where nature are sent. So that sounds like nipping to the loo. So there's some gents over there. So let's run over there and see what we can find. This is my challenge Annika moment. Okay, so going into nature where gents. Okay, what have we got here? Okay, so there's a little thing that says ihunt.multiplayer.co.uk, and there's this weird looking voodoo shrine. Okay, so the next part of the riddle was talking about stars and dark and light. So I think we need to try and experiment with different light and dark. So shall we see what happens if we do that? So doesn't seem to be anything going on. I'm going to try seeing if it reacts to light. So let's stick it under the light and see what happens. Okay, so it's had some light. Can I see anything? No. Let's try putting it in the dark. Oh, I think there's something going on there. Could you just hold the microphone, Genesis? I'm going to take my jacket off. I'm going to make it even darker. So, really dark. There seems to be a pattern forming. I think we've got some dots. We've got one here, here, and here. So it was talking about stars, wasn't it, Genesis? So I wonder if that's a constellation or something like that, because these dots are glowing in the dark. So let's go back to my desk and let's go and see if we can find some constellations which are kind of shaped like this W shape. Let's go have a look. Okay, so I'm back at my desk and I've brought up some star constellations, and what I'm looking for is the same kind of shape that we saw on the voodoo symbol. So we're looking for kind of a W. Cassiopeia is kind of an M shape, which is a W upside down. So let's try Cassiopeia as the answer. Let's see if that works. And yes, brilliant. We got it. So we're on to question 6 of 7, so we're nearly there now. So the next question, fragile relations. So we've got something to do with this boat. Well, let's open that image in a new tab. Let's see what that boat looks like. Oh, wow, it's massive. Okay, let's just shrink that down a bit so I can see it. So what's going on here? Well, it seems strange. There's flags all the way up this side of the boat, but only a few here. So I'm wondering if these flags are trying to tell us something. So let's see if we can work out what these flags mean. Let's Google for flags boat or something like that. Flags boat meaning. Let's see what comes back from that. Ah, images. Brilliant. Okay, so straight away Google image search, best tool on the planet, is telling me that these flags mean certain letters. So let's see if we can decode this. So the first letter, let's start with this blue one here. This is looks like the Scotland flag. It's a blue flag with a white cross. So that's an M. Okay, so we've got an M. So let's start building this up. So that's an M. So I'm going to go through these and see what I come up with. So come back in a second. Okay, so I've finished mapping all of the flags to the letters, and I've got AIM, YGNF, which could be anything. I'm wondering if that's an anagram. So I'm going to try and stick that into an anagram solver and see if I can come up with something. So let's look for an anagram solver. Let's try this one, Andy's anagram solver. So there's my letters, put those in, solve it for me. So there's only one possible word that has all those letters in, that's magnify. So let's try magnify as an answer. Magnify. And no. Okay, we're still on this question, so that wasn't the right answer. But it said magnify, so maybe that's not the answer. Maybe that's what I need to do. So if I go back to my image, maybe if I zoom in, maybe if I magnify the image, maybe there's something here that I haven't spotted yet. Oh, what's going on here? There's something. Let's zoom in again. How do I zoom in again? I can't zoom in any further with this, but I can just about read. There's something here. It says with what? So what have I got? I've got two parts to this question now. I've got magnify and with what? Well, you magnify with a telescope, I guess. So let's try that as an answer. Telescope. Brilliant, we've got it. So we're on to the last question on Sunday now. So this is the final question. It's called Showdown. And it looks like we're fighting the other pirate here. And this is a insult sword fight. So we're not fighting with weapons, we're fighting with words. So he's said to us, I'll shiver your timbers. And it looks like there's a box here that I need to put a reply into. Now I could probably try anything, but I don't think that's going to work. So I think there's something in the iHunt that's given me clues as to what my responses should be. So I'm going to have a look back through all the questions in the iHunt and see if I can find something that's going to tell me what my reply should be. So I've been looking back through the old questions, and actually in the previous question with the boat with the flags, in the flavor text, there's a bit of text that says, I'll shiver your timbers, which is the insult that's been thrown at us. And the reply here was, whatever floats your boat. So I'm going to try that, whatever floats your boat, as the retort. And I'm going to see if that helps. So let's put that in. Brilliant. So I guess they've moved this way, which means that I'm slowly defeating this pirate. So if I put in enough questions, I'm going to finally defeat him. Okay, so I've been throwing insults back at this pirate from the responses, and I've killed him. He says, "Arr, I am slain." And we've got a little pop-up here that says, you win. The password is Ascension. So let's put that in. Close the dialogue. Ascension. That's not how you spell it. It's with an S. No, it's with a T. No, it's with an S. Ascension. Brilliant. So I finished 5th in the iHunt. Great. And I finished.